Shalom, how are you? Welcome. Today our topic will be verbs in yiqtol. We will deal with Unit 24 from Course A. The yiqtol verb is what we say, just in general, the future tense. This yiqtol form is formed with the prefix yod and chirik, yi, and then under the first root letter a silent shva, and finally a cholam between the second and third root letters. The yiqtol is the form for third masculine singular, and as in all the conjugation, it gives the name of the conjugation, yiqtol. We know this yiqtol conjugation also as the prefix conjugation because all the pronouns will take a prefix before the three root letters. So the yiqtol is for today, as I said, future tense. Yiqtol is for who, and the feminine form is tiqtol. Tiqtol is the same form basically, but it has a prefix t. Actually, there are only 4 prefixes, and I will explain them in a minute. So far you know yi and ti. There is one more special thing in the yiqtol conjugation, and as you can see there are 2 common forms. One form has a cholam between the second and the third root letter, and the second and less common form has a patach, ikrav. Yeah, so ifkod ikrav. The name yiqtol is given because the O form, the first form, is more common than the A form. You don't know so far which verbs goes with O and which ones with A. We will learn it step by step in the near future. Another form that you should know is the second masculine singular ata. Ata, you, has the tu in the pronoun ata, and the same tu, the same tav, you can see in the prefix. So ata tiqtol. I know you will say, wait, we have seen the tiqtol in he tiqtol. Yes, he tiqtol and ata tiqtol, they have the same form, and I find that very easy. Yeah, 2 pronouns with the same form. Now you should remember that the distinction is going to be because of the context. There is a third new prefix, which is the prefix nun or ni, and as you can probably guess from the picture, is anachnu, first common singular, first common plural. So anachnu, you can listen to the nun in anachnu, and the same nun is the prefix. This is part of the prefix conjugation, and now we will see that there are also suffixes in the prefix conjugation. For example, tiqteli. Tiqteli is for at, second feminine singular. We have the t, like in at, תקטלי, but we have a suffix, and this suffix is an accented suffix, תקטלי, and the חולם or the פתח will become a moving shva. תקטלי. I want to practice with you some of the forms that we have seen so far. New verbs, זכר, שכח, that if we put them in yiqtol, one has the a form, ישכח, and the other one has the o form, יזכור. Now I want you to practice with the pronouns that we have seen so far. הוא, he, את, אתה, אנחנו, and try to put these verbs in that forms, like הוא ישכח, היא תשכח, את תשכחי, אנחנו נשכח, and so on. So I leave it for you, and now the last prefix letter, which is the aleph. The aleph is the only one which doesn't sound like e, like niktol, tiktol, yiktol. This sound is different, is an e. Ani ektol. Or with a pattern, ani ektal. For example, ani eshkach, I will forget. Ani ezkor, I will remember. I hope you will remember. Now, we don't know the plurals yet. I'm going to show you how to practice these forms before. We have some verbs like ishma, ispor, ishmor, ishpoch. And here you can easily make some sentences in future tense. For example, אני אספור זהב. I will count gold. Let's continue with the plurals. Here we have the third masculine plural, yiqtelu. As you can see, the prefix is the same yi that we use in the singular, third masculine singular, but in order to distinguish between the plural and the singular, we add the vowel with mataloctionis, shurek, and we read this yiqtelu. If you remember, as I said with tikteli, the accent moves forward to the vowel, and then we don't see the original vowel under the second root letter. It was, you remember, an cholam or a patach, and now we see a moving shva. So again, we read this yiqtelu. In the second masculine plural, there is only one tiny change. Instead of yiqtelu, we say atem tiktelu. Again, the taf is the same prefix that we use in second masculine singular. Yeah, ata tiktol, ata tiktal, again, tiskor or tivrach. But the suffix is the same suffix we use in the katal. I just explained this, and it's very easy. The second and the third feminine plural are a little bit special, we can say that, because we use the form tiktol or tiktal, and then we add a suffix consonant na. So we will pronounce this with the penultimate accent, tiktolna. Atena tiktolna. For example, Atena tizkorna. And if I have a patach vowel patach, we will say Atena tishkachna. So, same thing for the second feminine plural and the third feminine plural. Again, this is tiktolna hena. Tiktolna. And here is all the chart. You see that the prefixes are mostly connected to the pronoun. Yeah, ani and the aleph ektol, ata tiktol, at tikteli. In the plurals, אנחנו נקטול, אתם תקטלו, אתן תקטולנה. So what happened with the bottom line? Well, we already said that, but in the bottom line, you see that there is no connection between the prefix and the pronoun. The first one, yiqtol, the pronoun is who. So there is no connection between who and the yod. Second one, tiktol, is from he tiktol. Then hena yiqtelu, and hena tiktolna. So this is the chart you should study. If you go to my blog, you will see on the Biblical A lab a short exercise about the yiqtol.